What if a centuries-old tradition held the key to solving some of today's biggest social problems? Every year, in the rolling hills of KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa, an extraordinary sight unfolds. Tens of thousands of young women, a river of beads, color, and song, all moving as one. This is Umhlanga, the sacred Zulu Reed Dance. More than 25,000 Zulu maidens gather here in a powerful rite of passage that celebrates purity, identity, and culture. But this ceremony is more than a beautiful spectacle. It's also a bold response to modern challenges like HIV and teen pregnancy. So why do all these young women dance for their king? To understand that, we have to look beyond the pageantry and into the heart of Zulu history, culture, and survival. This isn't just a story about a dance. It's a story about tradition fighting for the future. The spectacle of Umhlanga. Every spring, northern KwaZulu-Natal comes alive with energy. For many years, the ceremony was held at the Enyokeni Royal Palace. But traditions evolve. As of 2025, King Misuzulu moved the main celebration to Emashobeni Palace near Pongolo, honoring Queen Nandi and the legendary King Shaka. This is the Mkhosi Womhlanga, the Royal Reed Dance Festival. Young Zulu women, known as Maidens, travel from across the nation to take part. At its core, Umhlanga is a celebration of virginity. There's one non-negotiable rule. To participate, a maiden must be unmarried and a virgin. The dance itself is a bold public declaration of purity. The maidens wear traditional outfits, short skirts called izigege, and elaborate beadwork that reveals their clan and region. But this isn't about appearance. It's about respect for the body, self-discipline, and using ancient wisdom to confront modern realities. Historical roots and royal revival. Although Umhlanga feels ancient, the massive ceremony we see today was revived for a very modern reason. In 1991, the late King Goodwill Zwelithini reintroduced the reed dance on a national scale. South Africa was facing the devastation of the HIV/AIDS epidemic. The king believed culture could save lives. By promoting celibacy and self-respect, Umhlanga became a powerful educational tool against HIV and teen pregnancy. But the tradition itself goes back even further. Its roots lie in an older custom called umkwasho, where young girls were grouped by age and encouraged to remain virgins until marriage. It built discipline, unity, and responsibility. There's also deep symbolism in the reeds themselves. Zulu oral history says the first Zulu ancestor emerged from a reed bed. So when a maiden presents a reed to her king, she's symbolically connecting herself to the very origin of her people. A maiden's journey. For each young woman, Umhlanga begins long before the dance. First comes the journey to collect the reed. Maidens travel to riverbeds to find a reed that is tall, straight, and strong, just like the character they are expected to embody. They then carry it for kilometers to the royal palace. There's a powerful belief attached to this act. If a reed breaks before it reaches the king, it's believed to reveal dishonesty. Integrity matters deeply here. Once the reeds are gathered, preparations intensify. Traditional attire is worn, and the beadwork tells stories, clan, region, and identity. Then comes the procession. Led by Zulu princesses, thousands of maidens move as one. The sound of feet striking the earth, voices rising in song, a living river of culture. Each maiden lays her reed before the king, a sign of respect, purity, and loyalty to the Zulu nation. Education, empowerment, and sisterhood. Behind the spectacle lies the true heart of Umhlanga. This is a school of life. Older women, known as the Amakikiza, mentor the younger maidens, the Amachitshi. They teach lessons no textbook ever could: dignity, self-respect, cultural pride, responsibility. The message of celibacy isn't framed as restriction, but as empowerment. In a country with one of the highest HIV rates in the world, this guidance can be life-saving. Even more powerful is the sisterhood. Thousands of young women stand together, sharing values, supported by elders who guide them. They leave with confidence, identity, and the strength to choose their future.
The king and national unity. The Umhlanga ceremony is inseparable from the Zulu monarchy. The king is the custodian of tradition, a symbolic father to the nation. When maidens present their reeds, they honor the throne as a symbol of unity. At the end of the festival, the king gives the participating age group a collective name, one they carry for life. Zulu men and boys, the Amabuto, take part as well. They sing, dance, and perform ceremonial stick fighting, reinforcing that Umhlanga is a community effort. In a rapidly changing world, this ceremony anchors the Zulu people to their roots. The controversy. Of course, Umhlanga is not without criticism. Some human rights groups question practices like virginity testing, raising concerns about privacy and consent. These criticisms often come from outside the culture. For many participants, the process is seen as voluntary, honorable, and deeply meaningful. This reflects a larger global debate. How do we preserve ancient traditions while navigating modern values? For the thousands of maidens who choose to participate, Umhlanga remains a positive, affirming experience. In the end, Umhlanga is far more than a dance. It's a declaration of identity, a school for life, a living tradition with modern purpose. The 25,000 maidens dancing for their king aren't trapped in the past, they're shaping the future. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Zulu culture, subscribe and turn on notifications for more stories about powerful traditions around the world. And tell us in the comments, which cultural ceremony should we explore next?